Hello students, let us discuss difference between orbit and orbital in the chapter Structure of Atoms. Orbit, which you are quite familiar, orbit is a well-defined circular path around the nucleus in which electrons revolves. But orbital is the region in the space around the nucleus where the probability of finding the electron is maximum. So orbit is a well-defined path, but orbital is a region around the nucleus where the probability of finding of electron is maximum. So that is the difference between these two. It represents the planar motion of an electron. Orbit represents the planar motion of an electron. That is the second point. Orbital, it represents the three-dimensional motion of an electron around the nucleus. That means the orbit represents a planar motion of electron, but the other one three-dimensional motion of electron, which is not easy to identify or to make on a paper because it is three-dimensional. Next point, third point. Orbit gives a definite path of an electron, and this concept is not in accordance with the uncertainty principle. This is only giving the definite path. So it is not belongs to uncertainty principle. But orbital does not specify the definite path. Accordingly to this concept, electron may be anywhere in this region. So this concept is in accordance with the uncertainty principle. Fourth point, all orbitals are circular, but orbitals have different shapes. Like S orbital is spherical, P is dumbbell shape, D is double dumbbell, etc. So that is also one of the main difference between these two. Next point, orbit do not have directional characteristic. That means there is no specific direction we are not specifying for the case of orbit, but in the case of orbital we are specifying the direction x, y, z, etc. So except S, all other have a directional characteristic. In the S orbital, which is spherical, there is no specific direction in that. So other all orbitals have directional characteristic. Sixth point, an orbit can accommodate electrons equal to 4n square, where n represents the principal quantum number. But an orbital cannot accommodate more than 2 electrons. In an orbital, maximum 2 electrons can be accommodated, but in orbit, the electrons 2n square can be accommodated. So these are the difference between orbits and orbital. From this, the most important point which you need to remember, that is the first point and fourth point. These are the 2 points which you need to give when the question is asked to differentiate between orbit and orbitals. So you can give these 2 points because the maximum mark will be for this type of question will be 1 or 2. So these 2 points is enough to do differentiation when we are writing in the exam for a particular question related to orbit and orbital difference. So all of you noted down these 2 points in your notebook. Thank you everyone.